Judge, thanks for the time. Do you expect Joe Biden is going to be the Democratic nominee after the convention next month?
You know, I think that's a decision that the president has to make with his advisors and with a circle of people. And I'm sure he's looking at those data points, every day. What I do know is Donald Trump will be the nominee for the Republicans. And having managed our local COVID response here, several years ago, 4 years ago, I know just how dangerous a Trump presidency is. That was a disastrous response at the federal level. As soon as we got the Biden administration in there, 2 hours after he was sworn in as president, I was on the phone with his chief of staff getting us that vaccination clinic out at Fair Park that ended up vaccinating more people than any other place in the country because of the Biden administration.
Biden has said, listen, I'm going to run again, stop all this talk, but he's still losing support.
Well, I'm not on the inside of that, but what I know is this. The president and his advisors need to look at all these data points, look at whatever it is they need to see and make a decision, as soon as they possibly can. And it's really his decision. The state primaries are over. He has the delegates, so he'll need to make his decision.
You're one of the leading Democrats in Texas. What would you tell the Biden campaign about the reality on the ground?
What I would tell them is look at the data points. Don't just listen to your family and your closest advisors, but span that out to pollsters that don't work for the campaign. If there's a medical question there, span it out to doctors that are eminent in the field, and then make the best choice. And I'm confident that he will. This is a man who has spent his entire life serving our country. He saved democracy literally by beating Donald Trump 4 years ago. And I think he'll make the right decision. I don't know what that decision is, right? Because I don't have those data points.
What do you tell fellow Democrats, though, who say, listen, we have to have somebody else in here if we're going to have a shot at winning?
Well, so what I would say to fellow Democrats who are in the campaign trenches working is don't stop working, waiting around for things that are outside of your control. Do everything that you can do to win your race. That's what needs to happen there. And again, I know from my standpoint, whoever that Democratic nominee is, I'll be supporting them because I know who that Republican nominee is, and it's Donald Trump. And what has he told us? He's told us he'll be a dictator from day one. He's told us that he wants to use the Justice Department to go after what he calls his enemies, that is, people who disagree with him. That's not what this country is about. He incited a deadly riot that killed police officers, and now he's trying to blame it on the Democrats who were trapped in the Capitol on the day of January 6th. This is a person we do not want as our president.
Let me shift gears and ask you about the juvenile justice system right now in Dallas County. My colleague Rebecca Lopez has done several stories with you. Tell me the updates on this right now. Where do things stand?
Well, so there's a group called Black Clergy for Safety, Equity, and Justice, and that group is going to meet with each of those juvenile board members.
Right.
You've got a juvenile board that are people that don't work day to day in the juvenile department, but that run the board and hire the director. Clearly, all the evidence that we are getting from that department is that it is not functioning well, not taking care of these kids, and involved in abuses. And so my hope is that everyone on that board will get more interested in questioning what is actually happening. And let's all work together, the department, the rank and file employees, the leadership there, the juvenile judges, the board, and the commissioner's court, and fix these problems that are not going to go away if we ignore them.
And they haven't been working together. What would you like to see happen, though? At the end of the day, what's it going to take to clean this up, even after the outreach directly to the board members?
So what we need to do is we need to take the data. There's plenty of data that's collected inside of a jail system, like observation sheets of where the kids actually are during the day as opposed to where they should be. And we need to get that data to someone that folks can trust, right? And if that someone isn't the commissioner's court, is it a university or some group anywhere in the United States? They can look at that data, tell us how to fix this problem.
But will that make a difference when you have other factions who don't want to fix the problem and say everything's done, everything's clean and running well?
Well, that's the hope. The hope is that the board, that people can do whatever they want to. Unfortunately, the way the law is in Texas, inside that juvenile department, if that board refuses to do its job and manage that department. So if the board will get the data out to someone, and then look at what comes back. I'm confident that the board, who are many good people who I know, will not want a system that hurts kids and makes us less safe. They'll want to clean this up and do what is required by law.
Let's talk about high-speed rail for a moment here. You're the new chairman of the Regional Transportation Council. There's a revised plan for high-speed rail from Dallas to Fort Worth that does not cut right next to Reunion Tower, does not impact the Dallas skyline. Do you think these revised plans are going to be enough to get Dallas City Council on board?
Well, so the revised plans are just getting out there, and they more hone towards the highways and then go along riverfront.
And stay away from the
stay away
tower.
from Reunion and the downtown area. We'll want to make sure that they don't cut future developable land between the Calatrava bridges. But we've got to all work together. I chair that RTC, as you said, that oversees these things regionally. And I'm trying to get the Dallas and the Tarrant factions to all work together, because we know we work best when we work together. And I'm confident that we can find an alignment that works for all three cities, so that you've got a one-stop ride from Dallas, then Arlington, and then Fort Worth.
Do you think it's enough, though? Do you think this current alignment, this brand new one that's just now out, is that enough, you think, to ease the concerns at Dallas City Hall?
I don't know about that. I hadn't talked to all of the council members. I think the Dallas City Hall position is we want to look at an economic development study that won't be ready until around February or March, and see how this is going to affect us economically. At the same time, the federal requirements say that we've got to have, some idea of a pathway so we can get environmental clearance before then, or right around that time. So we got to do some work now. So what the RTC staff is asking is, can we begin to look at how we would go about a route that goes west of downtown and doesn't cut through downtown? And that's something they'll be asking us to vote on in August the 8th at our next meeting. Doesn't mean that will be the ultimate alignment, but they need to be working on something so that we don't kind of lose our place in the federal line.
Is there any way high-speed rail is built between Dallas and Fort Worth without Dallas City Council's involvement?
No, between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Yeah.
So we work best when we work together. And what I'm trying to have happen is a win-win, like we've been able to have with DFW Airport and with so many other big projects, here in Dallas. Think about DFW Airport as an example. Biggest economic driver in the whole region. And the reason you have those direct flights everywhere in the world is because you got that one big airport.
Yeah, and you have both cities working together to make that happen.
Absolutely.
Last thing I was curious about, where does the county stand on high-speed rail?
Well, the county is for high-speed rail, right?
I think everybody is, I guess, at its heart, but where is it going is the bigger question, right?
I'll
just back that up. Where does the county stand on high-speed rail?
So the county is for high-speed rail, and we are very, very much want to see high-speed rail come into the city of Dallas. It will be a huge economic win for the city of Dallas, and we want to see it from there. People who come into the city of Dallas be able to stay on that train and get to Arlington and Fort Worth.
Judge, thank you.
Thank you.